Hi YouTubers, thought I'd get the old stick out and go for a bit of a peruse. With the nights drawing in so quickly, gets dark at around 4:30 now. Make the most of the daylight, I say. This is known as the River Gauntless. Not much of a river really, except for when it floods. There you can see the usual. I did most of that earlier actually. I'll just come back and pick this stuff up. No glasses today, it's just too foggy and dark. Yeah. I don't mind the weather actually. Any weather's good, even when it rains. Take enjoyment in that as well. You know, the weather is always a topic of conversation here when you want to strike up a conversation with somebody. Ain't it cold? Yeah, it is, yeah. Oh, me arthritis. I shouldn't joke about arthritis actually. Oh no, would you believe? Yes, would you believe? Even on a winter's day. Monster. You gotta see the fun side of things. Don't take life too seriously. You're here for 70, 80, 90 years, and that's it. Enjoy it while you can. And this for me is very therapeutic. I know a lot of people don't think that way. Some people go swimming, which I used to do as well actually. Haven't done that for a while. Since I was in Asia. Used to swim in the South China Sea. Now look at me. Yeah, so it's a way of relaxing, clearing your mind. I don't know if other people feel that way. It's de-stressing as well, strangely enough. Except when you're confronted by certain individuals, but that doesn't happen very often. Boy, it's all dying back now, you see. It's all becoming exposed, which is good. Makes it easier for us to pick all the crap out of the bushes and brambles and everything. Yeah, this is a bit of an impromptu video actually. I just thought I'd get out of the house, you know. Get a bit of exercise. Ooh. Yeah, I've been watching this channel, not too much because his videos are like 1.5, 2 hours long. But he calls this loot. Can't remember the name of the channel actually, but I came across it the other day. Some sort of treasure. Everybody has their way of doing things, you know. And Gerard likes to talk about football and stuff like that and travelling, which is great. This is all coming to light now, isn't it? Look at it. Blimey. Oh yeah. What we got here? Sorry about the gloves. Here we are, take two. Gloves. Okay. Before you jump on my back, give me a hard time. Always wear gloves. I just forget to put them on. I always feel sort of numb. I don't know about you. I know some other certificates won't wear them. I won't name them, but you should really, of course. But they just sort of numb your hands, and you sort of, you know. I don't have the same control with my fingers and thumbs that I do when it's bare. Ooh. Yeah, not too bad here actually, even though it's all died back. Pretty good. I did this area a couple of weeks ago actually, off camera. I was kicked myself afterwards. I go out for a little stroll, and then I end up taking 3 bags. Look at the size of these things, I like these bags actually. They are Durham bags, Durham County, and they're excellent. I've heard of other litter pickers complaining about the bags they've got, how they break so easily, but these are solid. And they also withstand thorns and things, to an extent of course, but yeah. Oh. Yeah, so an impromptu litter pick. By now you should be watching my Dalton Hills video, which was quite an experience, as I'm sure you've seen already. I also mentioned on that video at the beginning a thanks for the award that was bestowed upon me by Seaham and the Mayor and Councillor Colin Shaw, Margaret Levitt, the Mayor. That was a nice event. It's nice to be appreciated, but it's nice to be recognised as well, as in recognised for what you do. That's the first time for me, I must say. Yeah, never had the appreciation of a whole town before. So that was really something special. Look at the molehills here. Look at this. Ooh. They have been active. I'm not going down there because that is infamous. I cleaned that before I even started doing a channel actually. I cleaned that about 6 months ago. It was absolutely horrendous. I'm not going to show you because it would be quite depressing what they've thrown down the side there. Actually, I think I will show you. I'm not going to do it though. I vowed never to go back there. That day I got so many cuts and bruises. It's absolutely ridiculous. I cleaned all this here. This was my very first litter pick in this area when I moved here. And you can see in the distance there, see? Back to the old tricks, chucking it over the fence and just throwing the household waste and whatever else. I might give you a chance to zoom in on that. Yeah, I'm done with that. It peeves me to watch, but yeah, I'm not going to do it. I just had enough of that. Up and down. That was almost bone dry actually. That was almost bone dry over there. Right. Cleaned all this, cleaned all this, cleaned all that. Loads of crap. It was amazing. I got wheelchairs, bicycles, trolleys, you name it, it was there. Yeah, there's Monster again. See what they do here? I'll clean this up. Unfortunately, this place here is one of the casualties of COVID. It's a pub. It's called the railway station or the railway inn or something like that. Yeah, that's all gone. Somebody living there now. She came out once and said, "Oh, the council, the council." Yeah, I've had enough about that. The council. She lives right next to it. Look, and all she had to do was come out and just pick up a bit of litter. But no. Yeah, what you're looking at here is only about an eighth of what I collected out of there. You wouldn't believe what was in the brambles. I'm almost too scared to go back in. Alright, let's get this picked up. People just walk by up there, lob it over. You guessed the rest. Doesn't take a rocket science. I was on the bus earlier, I went into town. Town for me is Bishop Auckland. And woman got off the bus. As usual, there was a can right next to the bin. I thought, yeah, well, she's just going to walk by it. Elderly woman, actually, I would say 70 something. and she went over and picked up the can and put it in the bin. I was quite surprised. I was sort of imagining if everybody just picked up one piece, huh? One piece. How clean this country would be. Roll on the refund scheme, I say. But that will only clean up plastic bottles and cans. We're still left with the likes of this. I started to form an attitude where I ignore a lot of the paper now. It's just too much. Let it rot down. Brings back memories. I'll go down this way. I did come here a couple of weeks ago actually, but I was referring to when I cleaned this whole area. You wouldn't want to go in there. It's just too dangerous. In fact, this isn't exactly safe either, but I've got my wallies. That should be alright. I see bits of tap over there. Can't do much about that. Maybe when the water recedes, I'll be able to get in there. But not now. Yeah, this isn't too bad. I cleaned this down to the ground a couple of weeks ago actually. There's just the odd piece of crap here. I almost said the S word there. Woo! That's it. We're done. I haven't even really got started and I've already got half a bag. Okay, that wasn't there. That was not there before. Somebody just threw that over there while I was working. What is up with people? Is there any hope for society? Oh, look at that over there. Down there. Nah, not taking it. Not taking a chance on that one. It's just too much. Oh, is this one of, yeah. This is one of those things like canisters. Oh no. It's not. It's an actual pipe. I can't do much about that. I'm not lugging that around. Yeah. Don't really want to be carrying heavy things like that. Can't get that. Not touching any of that. Look at that. I mean, isn't that an absolute shame? I cleaned that down to the ground about 6-7 months ago. Like I said, before I started doing videos on YouTube. Now look at it. This area here should be ashamed. Well, a lot of them, not all of them, of course. I'm not talking about that guy with the dog. Here's a story. When I was actually cleaning there, people were coming out and throwing garbage at my feet. And then people came out with ironing boards, old bikes. I had to call it a day in the end. Okay, we're going to make our way back. I might have to drop this off actually because it's getting quite heavy. Might be able to get a few more things in there. See you in a sec. Had a bit of a change of heart, did a bit of a U-turn, came back and found some more stuff. You always find more. I mean, you never truly get 100%. No matter what any litter picker says, you do the best you can. Yeah. Oh, I had a change of heart and I thought I'd come back and get that pipe. I can always shove that in the bin somewhere. Funny thing about Durham, and I don't mean funny ha-ha, but or Durham County anyway, they have so many bins here. And yet here we are, look, people dumping household trash when they have their own bins and bins from Durham. It makes no sense. What a lovely river. Yeah, as I was saying, a casualty of COVID. Been shut for a few years now. In fact, it may have shut before COVID, with the economic downturn and everything. So sad. Used to be in this area, I hear there used to be like 9 pubs. Now there's only one. Here we are. Isn't that beautiful? Why would anybody want to desecrate or destroy that? Oh, look at that stuck in the wall over there. When I first started this, like a lot of litter, I kept getting angry all the time and moaning and groaning. And I thought, well, yeah, we do complain now and again because that's part of the project as well, is to arouse interest and get people to realise what the hell's going on. But then I thought, what's the point? Try to keep a chipper attitude if you can. Oh, yeah. This is very, very, very steep. And I'm not sure if this will hold my weight. And the river is quite deep, but here we go. Can I get that? I don't think I can, actually. Oh my god, I'm actually filming this. Oh dear. No, I might be able. This subsides. I'm going down the side with it. It had to be yellow, didn't it? It had to be orange and yellow. Couldn't be green and blend with the scene. Look at this. What of it? I think this was like half an hour. No, maybe less than half an hour. Amazing. This is beautiful. This is what everybody craves. Not taking a chance on that. No, that will give way under my weight and I'll go rolling down the side. I don't know if you can get a rough idea how steep that is. I actually went down there once when it was a lot drier and shallow. I was walking through the water there. I actually walked all the way up this part of the River Gorness. Yeah. Okay, onwards and upwards. I don't see too much here. Come back in a sec. Here we are again. Lovely woodland here, but that bottle down there is irretrievable. I'm taking a risk. I'm not taking that kind of risk. I mean, if you're going to chuck it here. Where the volunteers and the council can pick it up. Actually, I'm not sure if the council come here, but volunteers, yeah. You can't expect people to risk their lives. If I remember rightly, I looked under here. I'm always cleaning under this bridge. There was a sofa here before, or a couch. And here we go with the local morons, crackies on a bike. Yeah. I think I'll spare you that. Well, he suddenly shifted and moved off somewhere. Maybe I am generalising, but it just seems to work out that, you know, when they're dressed like that, doing wheelies and running everywhere, they're on something. I follow Charlie Beach. I don't know if you've heard of him. He lives in Manchester. He's got a huge amount of followers, and he goes around just sort of chatting and talking to people, and his description was pretty good. When it's wearing a hoodie and it's on a bike, covered face, it's a crackie. Ooh. Yeah. Afternoon.
Hi, Paul.
How you doing?
Hi.
Hello. Oh. Okay.
The idea.
Yeah, I know. I used to have a dog very similar to that, actually. Pekingese. Not much fun, I tell you. Yeah. Lap dogs, you know.
Hey.
Take care. Yeah. That's the nice thing about the north. I mean, you probably do it anyway, really, but people are always willing to have a little chat and give you the time of day. Anybody remember this? Yeah. The old stairs that almost killed me. I should say this actually. Look how clean it is still. That's amazing. Came here a couple of weeks ago, there was just the odd bottle and stuff, but look at it now. Still, I threw bleach all the way here, all the way down there, and it seems to have kept the weeds at bay. Amazing. I'm really happy with that. This area here, which was used maybe about 8 or 9 months ago as some sort of a bonfire. I don't know what they were cooking here, but look at it. Okay, it is cold, or colder, and people don't want to go out imbibing of local substances or whatever, various substances, and drinking. But this has stayed pretty well. Lovely. I'm going to take this bag back because it's getting really heavy now. Whew, yeah. Look at that fog. Look at that fog. Whoa. Amazing. Somebody's having a bit of a coughing fit over there. Hope she feels better soon. Okay, back in a sec. And we're back. Yeah, it's going to be heavy, but never mind. I'm emptying the bag soon. I don't know, for those of you who follow the channel, remember this. Up in the sky, there was that hazy sun. 6:30 in the evening, I actually started litter picking. It's now about 3 o'clock and it's going to get dark in about an hour. How the seasons change, eh? Yeah, that was another nice litter pick. And of course we had the steps up there. I'm just going to go over this side here, clean behind this building, and then maybe take a walk. Oh, look at that. I mean, isn't that beautiful? Oh dear. Oh, it breaks my heart when people throw garbage in. A bit of polystyrene down there. That'll probably drift all the way down there later in the summer maybe. It's just too deep to do anything. I actually waded through that. I can't believe I actually waded through that. My very first video, I went in there. It was called River of Rubbish, if you want to check it out on the playlist. I wouldn't do that now. Now look at the torrent. Look at the current, I should say. What torrent? Current. And over here, more specifically down there, is where I started the very first video I ever did on YouTube. And when I was cleaning off camera, there was a 6 or 7 year old boy in there playing magnet fishing or something. And of course, what did he strike? Yeah. You know, have a guess. A syringe. 2 of them actually. All the old locals, joggies, alcoholics or whatever, they all hide under there and do whatever it is they do. Of course they dump all their crap as well. Imagine a 6-year-old picking up a syringe and playing with it. And it had a needle. They hadn't even bothered to break off the needle. Unbelievable. Anyway, let's get this cleaned up. I said, let's get this cleaned up and switched off the camera. Where's my mind today? By the way, I recently did a sort of impromptu survey on my channel. I contacted most of my regulars and whatever and asked them if they litter pick. And I got a resounding yes. I'd say like 99.8% of people litter pick. Now that's not a surprise, but there were some obviously who couldn't do it because of various difficulties they were suffering, but they followed the channel and other channels of course, which is great. So they show their support that way. But kudos well done to all those who do litter picking. You have my absolute admiration. I'm just going to pull this out. Yeah, let's see that over there. Not sure I can. The brambles, even in winter, they just won't give it up. Give it up. Da, 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 da. There's an old vape in there. It looks like it. Oh no, it's just a wrapper. Yeah, no more rapper jokes. MC, you what? I actually mentioned his name before. I'm not going to say his full name. You know who I'm talking about, the rapper. I didn't get a strike, but some sort of copyright thing. You've got to be careful what you say, you know. Even mentioning famous people. Do they get royalties every time you mention them? Because they do. Here, you mention me on your channel. Hand over that 10 quid. Alright. Oh, I almost forgot. I got to give a mention to Sweep the City. Sweep the City. Great name for a channel, that. I'm going to get off my horse and sweep the city. What the hell am I talking about? I don't know. Anyway, let's get this done. Oh yeah, here we go, here we go. Yep. No comment. Make your own mind up on those two. It might just be a couple of teenagers having a bit of fun, but you know, they do fit the stereotype, I'm afraid. Okay. Yeah, as I was saying, stereotypes, generalizations. I try not to make them, but too often I've found that they are exactly as they're stereotyped. Take, for instance, the two youths that I met when I did a litter pick quite recently. They tried to steal the camera. Of course, it's strapped to my chest here, not easy to retrieve. And it was so high on God knows what anyway. It's just a sign of the times, I'm afraid. Anyway, let's get off that subject. Depressing. Let's have a few laughs. Old Brucey, baby. That quote's from Die Hard, by the way. Let's go there, have a few laughs, slap it up. I can't remember the exact quote, but anyway, you know what I'm talking about. When he's in the Takamoto building, or whatever it was called. Yeah. Sad about Bruce. I think it's advanced Alzheimer's or some kind of dementia. He can't even remember being an actor now. Same thing happened to Ronald Reagan. He used to walk into a room and wonder why people were applauding him. And he used to say, "Nancy, why are they looking at me? Why are they clapping?" Terrible Ronald Reagan impression, but you get the drift. Oh, monster, why did you have to be here? Yeah, there it is. An orange monster this time. Monster. Remember this area? This is where I met a local called Darren. Lovely guy, very jovial. I was in the bushes there cleaning whatnot. I've actually cleaned that 3 times since then. There's all that construction waste still, but yeah. It was called, I think it was called the Lane of Litter. I'm getting melancholic here, looking back at old videos. Let's move on. Not a bad haul for just an afternoon. But that's not the end of it. I may actually go on, or I may not. Bag 2. You've got to make sure it's completely sealed. When it is, These are the best bag hooks you can find because they really are solid. Now I know there's other types of wrap around bungee cords and things like that, but nah, this is the best. Don't come cheap though. I think this is about 15 quid, but well worth the money. Look at that mist. Yeah, look at that mist. Fog. Look at the marshy ground. Pretty clean here. Two guys that I saw earlier on motorbikes. This is obviously their work. Not many people will come out here, not even walking dogs, because it's just so marshy and wet and sodden. And luckily I've got these on. You can see them? Yeah, there you go. Wouldn't go without them, not right now. I'm just going to take a stroll up here. I'm not going to do a big litter pick here. This is actually the area where I pulled out all those NOS gas canisters. The winter brings its own beauty. I mean, look at this, it's gorgeous. Every season has something special. Getting close to Christmas now, a few days away. I don't actually celebrate. That's just my own preference. But I wish all my viewers, subscribers, a very happy Christmas. Not Xmas, Christmas. Let's call it what it is, shall we? And of course a wonderful 2026. Happy New Year. Alright, going to keep walking up here. See what we can find. I did clean this a couple of weeks ago, like I said, so not really expecting to find too much, but you never know. Apart from a couple of bikers and whatever, doesn't seem to be that popular at the moment because it's just so sodden, yeah. Yeah, I'm technically trespassing here, but sue me. I've walked past here a few times and seen this dumped, so it just irritates me. Fellow litter pickers, especially YouTubers, will know what I mean. You get that absolute irritation. You just got to do it. You just got to do it. So here we are. It's only a few things. There was a break in the fence at the end there. Obviously this is all fenced off because they're growing saplings and things. But yeah. I saw a couple of cans here which really annoyed me. Here we are. That's the one. It's only one, but it just irritates the hell out of me. Don't know about you. If I can get this actually. Picked up on somebody coming up behind me, walking a dog. Come on, there's got to be more than this. Oh yeah. Oh, I must have missed that. Looks like could be something from McDonald's. Isn't it gorgeous? I mean, just the wildness of it is absolutely glorious. Ah, here we are. My favourite. Red Bull. Somebody did me the service of squashing it in advance. How nice. Yeah. Oh well. Only picked up about 4 or 5 things, but it was worth it. It was worth it. It's always worth it. as long as you don't put yourself at risk, which I do frequently, but don't follow my example. Up and down riverbanks, mountains, hills. Nah, don't do that. Stick to the safe areas. Hi there.
Great job.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm trespassing actually, but I don't think they're mine now. Yeah, exactly. What kind of dog is that? Is that a pit bull?
No, it's a Staffy. Blue Staffy.
Oh, a Staffordshire pit bull. Right, okay. Yeah, he looks lively. I love his jacket. It's getting a bit sodden over there now. Really, you can't really go walking too much over there now because that's why I've got the Wellington boots on, you know. Sorry? Yeah, it's really bad. And a couple of kids or whatever have been scooting around on motorbikes, scuffing it all up, you know. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, same to you. Same to you. Bye. Bye. Yeah, I'll just let them disappear from view for a while. I'll pretend to be looking for trash. There is nothing here actually, but that was nice of them to say that. Right, I'm going to try and get through here again. I'll spare you this view. I know that looks simple to you, but it was no mean feat when you've got a camera and a bag on your back. And a litter picking stick and a Durham County garbage bag. Oh, this has all been covered over with some sort of gravel and almost tarry looking. Oh, horrible memories of that area. Oof. I don't even want to talk about that. I got scratched to bits in there. Found a load of canisters in there, about 4 or 5 in there actually, as well. Yeah. This is what I mean, come on. I don't encourage people to throw garbage, of course not. Litter, rubbish, trash, whatever you call it. But if you're going to do it, how about like that? Yeah? Then at least we volunteers can come and pick it up easily, you know. And they've got to lob it all the way over there. Or over there. Hiya, how are you doing? Sorry about that, I didn't realise I had the camera on. You must have captured that guy on the bike just now. Yeah, this is the place where I picked up all that trash before. You know, the 26 canisters and whatever. Oh, alright, this is not going to work. It's going to tear my bag to shreds, so here we go again. Ay. Yeah, I came here a few weeks ago. Pulled out all that stuff. Oh my god, what a hellhole it was. Absolutely horrible. And transporting 26 canisters, as anybody will tell you if they picked up those things, hell of a game. I had to go back and get a trolley, and it actually broke my trolley. Not one of those that you see on other channels, just an old-fashioned shopping trolley. I just sort of got it all lumped up on the side, stacked it all up in one way. And yeah, it was something else. It was really something else. Look at this. Yeah. I'm just going to toss all this out there because it'll tear my bag to shreds, even though it's probably one of the strongest bags I've ever used. So just focus on getting this stuff out. Yeah, dragging all that stuff out was something else. Oh, why do I always... There we go. Yeah, see that? Vimto. Can't imagine what possesses people to come here. This is like the least comfortable area to drink. Thorns, brambles, you name it, it's all here. Crazy. Anyway. Yeah, absolutely crazy. Yeah. Oh boy, look at it, see? I just chucked all that out of there. Oh, ho, ho, ho. It's a lot quicker this way. The human condition mystifies me. This, inexplicable, unexplainable. But, oh well, part of human nature, I suppose. You don't see animals fouling where they are, apart from natural, biological fouling, I mean, but yeah. Leave it as you find it. No, sorry, leave it better than you find it. That's what Dan Taylor says. Leave it better than you found it. And he does a hell of a lot of work. He always leaves it better than he found it. Got a lot of respect for that guy. I think there's just one more piece here. Yeah, there's always one more. Don't look, don't look. You see, I hear something crunching underfoot. Never ends. It never will. There'll always be something more. That's a bottle of piss. I've actually said the word piss. You just say urine. Dress it up a bit. But let's call a spade a spade. It's a bottle of piss. Oh God. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad I came back because I knew there was a few things I missed. I stayed here till dark actually. I had to make my way home with a flashlight. How stupid is that? I wouldn't advise that to anybody, especially ladies. Do not do this unaccompanied if you can. These dens, as you well know, can serve up any kind of surprise. I've come across a few of them myself. Like I said, one quite recently. Yeah, it's not looking too bad here actually. You wouldn't believe what it looked like before. I might take that yeah, see that there? Might take that back actually. Not even sure what this is all about. The people that come here, drinking and whatever, this is a typical den. It was terrible before, but the people that come here, I hardly think they're into commando rope climbing and stuff like that. So it could be a hammock actually. Is that a hammock? Would you call that a hammock? There's another one over there. Yeah, this is looking pretty good, I must say. You may not think so because I'm actually picking up garbage, but if you'd seen it when I first came here, canisters everywhere. Canisters. Needles, crap. Yeah, I did my best to clean it down to the ground, but well, there's always something, isn't there? But it's a lot better now. I could tell you, absolutely horrendous before. Oh, there is one here, look. And this one. There are. Oh, Yeah, just goes to show. So I'm just keeping alert here. It's not the safest place to be. Oh, don't get me wrong, I'm no pushover. Some of these people are so hyped up on drugs, they don't feel the pain. Yeah. Marker pens? Very odd. Ooh. I'll leave that to rot down. I just want to get out of here. I get a very bad vibe here, actually. Very bad, very bad. I don't scare easily, but it just gives me a horrible feeling here. But it's getting darker now. Oh. Yeah, I couldn't take that wheelchair over there. I couldn't take it last time. I will take it this time. Came out with about 3 or 4 bags like this. There's a long trek back to the street. There's your token balloon, used in conjunction with canisters, NOS gas, laughing gas, whatever you want to call it. They pour it into the balloon, heat it up, and then inhale it. You can't inhale it directly, it'll freeze your lungs and you'll die. You've got to warm it up first. And of course, you're not going to warm. That was a vape, by the way. Oh bloody hell! Oh, well, I can't recall that. I think it was an empty one, but non-battery. I just want to get the hell out of here. I'm not really enjoying this. Oh my god. Okay. Right, we're going to try and take this. Yeah. I mean, why would anybody want to wheel that into a forest? What possible use could that have? Yeah, I'm out of here. Okay, I'll join you in a sec. Oh, yeah. Hang on. It is a wheelchair, right? Yeah. Wasn't too sure there. Almost for a minute there, it looked like a bike. Right, we're back on the main path now, which is a relief, because I really don't like being in that area there. Note of caution, if you are a litter picker, never go into these places on your own. I don't care whether you're female or male. Always go escorted or with a friend or whatever. Go in a group if you can, but don't ever go in there because you never know what you're going to meet. I don't want you to experience what I experienced, and I know a few other litter pickers probably did. Oh Lord, this thing is a pain in the ass, isn't it? Oh yeah, there you go. Right, that way. And then that's it for me. I'm pretty happy with that, actually. That's pretty much cleaned up. Yep, still got it here, look. Oh, halfway there. I'm a reasonably fit guy, but you're going to hear me wheezing and puffing. Not wheezing, but puffing anyway. Puffing and puffing for a while here. Oh, carrying this as well, don't forget. Oh, I'm absolutely pooped. I'll tell you what. I'm going to need this by the end of this trip. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's looking pretty good though. So nice to see it looking like this. Okay, onwards and onwards and onwards. Right, we're getting close now. It does my heart so good to see this clean. It was such a shit area, to be honest. What else can I say? I mean, litter wise, not countryside wise, it was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Yeah. especially this. There's still a bit left over from before when they did the bonfire. Not too much though. This over here, this makes me particularly happy. This part here, how that looks fabulous. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. I might flash up a photo of what it used to look like. Weeds, garbage, bottles, canisters, you name it. Now it stayed pretty clean. See that there? That has just been dumped in the last half an hour or so. Unbelievable. Oh, that was not there before. I would have definitely noticed that. Great. Oh. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Bit more than a.
Bit more than little, yeah.
You want an old wheelchair? I'm sure the old local scrappy will make something out of this.
I do it up round where we live, just
Do you?
further up the road, beside Tesco.
Yeah.
Like, it's so bad around that gym.
Tell me about it. I've done
do.
Tesco. I was there a couple of days ago actually. I actually film it for a YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to check it out, it's called Absolute Garbage.
Yeah.
Brilliant. I love that.
Take care. Bye. Yeah, that was nice. He's a litter picker as well. That's the first, well, apart from those people I met in Durham, that's the first time I met another litter picker. That's great. Well, here we are. Just got to tie this up, stack it neatly, and then take a snapshot and report this, because the council will pick this up, but normally I have to ask somebody separately to pick up this sort of thing. Hopefully local, as I was just saying to that gentleman and his companion, hopefully Scrappy will pick it up. Normally you leave these things outside and they get picked up and taken away and recycled and whatever. So somebody's going to make a buck out of it, hopefully. I just pulled that out of the forest half a mile away. Okay, let me just wrap this up and then I'll say goodbye. There you go. Take a snapshot of that. Not a bad haul. Couple of hours work. Getting dark now. You can see the cars have got their lights on. Mind you, they have the lights on most of the time now. Oh, there comes the X21. All the way to Newcastle. Yeah, anyway. Thank you very much for joining me. Just to get this out of the way. It's been great having you along. Hope you enjoyed the journey. I'll see you on the next one. In the meantime, adios.